Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to do a review. I'm going to be reviewing the APEXEL Deluxe 5-in-1 lens kit. It actually looks like this. Comes with a little carabiner and this instruction manual. This kit cost us £13.98, so it's kind of expensive but kind of not really, and I'll explain that further in the video as it goes along. So just to let you guys know, there were a few questions that my husband was being asked in regards to the depth, and because obviously we both have an S9 Plus, he copied my phone. He's giving me this weird look right now. But yeah, we've both got an S9 Plus, and obviously it's got a dual camera, and one of the questions that people had up on Amazon was whether this would reach both cameras, and I can happily tell you it does without any problems. It reaches both cameras. It doesn't cover the fingerprint sensor, so I can still unlock the phone while it is on there. The other great thing is the fact that next to it you can see the flash, and it's not covering the flash at all. We've been using this lens kit for a few weeks now. In the video I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this lens kit and just kind of talk to you guys about our thoughts on it. Like it says, it's a 5-in-1 kit. You've got your fisheye lens, a wide angle and a macro, and I'm going to talk to you more about this. We have a telephoto lens, and this is a CPL mobile phone lens, which I have no idea what that means, but we've got it. I'm going to get straight into the video now. So I'm going to talk to you about the pros. One thing that I absolutely loved about this is the fact that it comes in its own little box, and it comes with a carabiner, so I could essentially hook this onto my keychains and make sure that it's always with me when I'm out and about and I need to record something. So it does come in handy when you're vlogging. When I unzip it, I also really like the fact that it comes with its own cleaning cloth, which has a pocket here. Everything's really neatly done. Each lens has its own little space. So I'm going to talk to you about each lens. So while I'm talking to you about these lenses, we're going to insert either a photo or a little clip of us using each lens. So this is what the fisheye lens looks like. As you can see, it creates a fishbowl curve. It gives you a wider field of view, so obviously it's giving you more of the shot instead of just giving you a small kind of snippet of the area that we're showing you. This is the telescopic lens, which zooms in at 2x magnification, as you can see, compared to how the video started off and how it is now. So what I've just done is, I had no idea what this CPL phone lens was, so I've just chucked it on my husband's phone and I just took a look at it. As you can see, when I twist it in certain positions, it kind of gives like extra light at the bottom of the screen, which I don't like, and I don't really understand what this is for. Obviously I'm not a professional camera person, neither is my husband, so we don't really know the use of half of these things, but we just wanted something that had a few different lenses that we could use to record our vlogs and our videos on. By the way, one thing I really have to tell you that I actually love about the lens kit, each lens comes with its own little cover, so you don't get your dirty, grubby fingerprints on there. I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about the wide angle and the macro lens. So when we bought the kit, the way that it was described on Amazon and even on the packaging, if I show you the back of the packaging, it shows you all 5 lenses separately, and the wide angle lens and the macro lens are actually separate on the packaging. We thought that the wide angle lens and the macro lens would be separate, but I don't know how much of that you can see. I've got the wide angle lens on the top and the macro is on the bottom, and they came joint like that. Now the only thing that I can do is if I screw them in really tight, I can then unscrew the wide angle lens and just use the macro. But there's no way for me to get the macro off without putting the wide angle back on tightly and then unscrewing both together. When we did finally get the macro and the wide angle apart, we couldn't fit the wide angle onto this clip because the grooves were too small, I believe. So yeah, it's like having a USB cable that is female to female. You can only connect it to a male. Obviously you can't have a female connecting to another female, and that is the problem that we were facing with the wide lens. In order to use the wide angle lens, you need to use the macro lens in unison, but in order to use the macro lens, you do not need the wide angle. And that was the biggest con for us, and that was quite frustrating for us. So what my husband wanted me to add in is the fact that when we use the wide angle and the macro together on the clip, so I don't know how much of that blur you guys can see, but this is like a problem for us. There's a blur, I'm assuming, like just sort of all over. And that is the issue that we faced when I was filming my skincare video. It makes my mirror look like it's really dirty, but in actual fact it was just the blur of this. The frustrating thing was when we did manage to separate the two lenses, we obviously couldn't put the wide angle lens onto the clip, but we did manage to just kind of hold it up near the camera lens of the phone, and we could see how clear it was with just the wide angle. So we don't know if it's the macro, like the macro itself isn't blurring, it's just when the two are together it gets blurry, which is really weird. I don't understand it, but obviously it was a really big con for us, and the wide angle lens was one of the main lenses that we actually need to be working perfectly without any issues. That is the unfortunate reason behind why we are actually going to be returning this kit. I am kind of gutted because, like I mentioned, I do love how compact it is and the fact that everything just kind of has its place, and you know, you've got the carabiner and it's just there with you. But unfortunately we need to say goodbye to the lens kit because it just isn't the one for us. However, if you guys feel like this is the lens kit for you and you are interested in buying this kit, please feel free to have a look at the description box down below. I have made sure that we've put a link to it. It was again £13.98. I don't know if that's really expensive or if that's really cheap. For us, that wasn't a bad price considering what we were getting. That is our review of the APEXEL Deluxe 5-in-1 lens kit. We want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to me on my channel. You know me. See you guys in the next video where you will have a look at the APEXEL lens kit. See you later.